My name is Ryan Holcomb. I'm the computer operations manager for a large multinational oil and gas company. We were a Microsoft Premier partner for a long time since we went with our Office 365 environment back in 2014. Over the years, service started to degrade, especially as Microsoft outsourced our TAM. Over the years with Microsoft, we've run into a number of cases where the level 1 technician that gets assigned to the case, we go through troubleshooting, we finally get on a Skype session or a WebEx share where we're able to see exactly what's going on. They reach a point that they can no longer troubleshoot, it's outside their skills, and they need to escalate internally. My biggest concern and complaint is that by the time they get a new escalation manager on, it's usually a day, possibly 2 or 3 days later, and that person starts us over from scratch. We go through the exact same steps. They often get to the exact same place and then punt again. With Microsoft Premier Support, we actually found that a huge number of our reactive tickets that we had were not resolved by the Premier Support team. We often ended up reaching a point where they would admit to a bug or a fault or say this was an edge case that they hadn't thought of, and we would essentially recreate, redeploy, implement some kind of workaround to get around the issue in the Microsoft platform. With the Office 365, it seemed good. Every time I opened a reactive support ticket on anything but Office 365, it was a poor solution. I actually don't believe I ever got a fix on anything that wasn't Office 365 related. I would absolutely say that every reactive support ticket we ever had was with a third-party consultant. I don't believe I ever spoke to Microsoft directly on a reactive ticket. Proactive, we would occasionally engage a Microsoft engineer. Occasionally they would bring somebody in from one of the big 3 outsourcers. So we had a number of reactive cases. Major issue with our DFS environment, actually. Eventually, through escalations, we got to someone who told us that how we were doing DFSR, which Microsoft actually helped us implement, was not a recommended solution because that ticket ended up having no resolution whatsoever. We actually determined that it was caused by a Microsoft bug in how they handle mount points. And they did not refund those hours. It turns out that they actually attempted to bill 127 support hours on that case. After a while, they restructured our Microsoft account team. When that happened, we moved to a new TAM who was a third-party consultant working on behalf of Microsoft. I heard through the grapevine that Microsoft was actually shuffling Premier again and moving to a new unified support model. When I saw that our prices were going to increase by about 30%, I started to look around for different services. I felt that since Microsoft had outsourced their TAMs, I might as well just outsource support.